I'm Jim Hatfield and this is ign-news. The World's End hits Blu-ray this week. We were recently able to chat with director Edgar Wright and couldn't help asking about his next film, Ant-Man. Wright's films are a bit more stylized than most Marvel movies. He directed Scott Pilgrim, remember? When asked if his Ant-Man film could be a test of how far the Marvel brand can be stretched, he explained, "I've known Kevin Feige, Marvel Entertainment's co-president, for years, and in that time I've always had this treatment, which is now becoming a movie. So the idea has never really wavered, and I think what me and Joe Cornish wrote, and what the people who have read it say, is that it really feels like a great Marvel yarn. And that was sort of the intention, but you'll definitely also still see my stamp on it. The nice thing about doing one of these things is that I loved the comics growing up, so if I was making a Marvel movie, I would want it to feel like a Marvel comic." When asked how close the film's aesthetic will be to the previously seen Comic-Con sequence, both stylistically and in terms of the costume, Wright replied that the test footage is definitely a good idea of where it's going. Paul Rudd is among the actors rumored for the title role. Wright didn't reveal any names, but says Marvel tends to cast surprising actors as superheroes. He says, "They haven't gone for the most obvious people. I think from the first movie onwards. People forget that back in 2007, that Robert Downey Jr. was a gamble for them. Now when he's the biggest star on the planet, nobody remembers that. But it's a great way to start, and they've sort of continued with that casting throughout in terms of casting great people and interesting people, and people you wouldn't expect." The World's End and the Cornetto trilogy, which includes Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, are available on Blu-ray and DVD now. Ant-Man is scheduled to hit theaters on July 31st, 2015. For more, stay tuned to IGN.